Well, it's great to be here with you, and obviously all the loved ones I see in the audience that have been walking this road with us together. I will just start by saying that prior to the Trump takeover of cities, it is without question, according to the best research and data we have on our hands, that black people have not been more safer as relates to the amount of shootings, homicides, robberies, etc., in well over several decades. That the signature investments of the Bipartisan Safer Community Act, the resources that came as a result of the money through the COVID era investments, allowed us to be able to invest deeply in the robust nonprofit infrastructure of community-based, public health-based, public safety interventions. And that has been, in my opinion, the most prominent driver of reducing gun violence and violent crime in our communities in decades. I say that because I just saw a report that the Department of Homeland Security is now pushing out that's saying that violence is continuing to drop since the arrival of the National Guard. And so it is very important for us as a people to appreciate that when we have been given the resources and when we have been given the freedom and the opportunity to have self-determination around how we address the issues of violence in our communities, how we address the issues of mental health in our communities, how we address the systems impacted family members in our communities and reinstate them in the service of being guardians and protectors of our community. When we are able to do that, we see immediate reductions in violence in our communities. And it's very, very important for us to believe this point. It has been very sad to watch many black folks, whether they be preachers or middle-aged black people or politicians, black politicians, be very mealy-mouthed around the role of the military and militarized policing being unleashed in our communities. It is because they have not internalized this truth and this reality that violence is trending down in the black community with all of the issues of underemployment and poverty. Violence is trending down because we have used our tax base to raise up a whole workforce and labor force of individuals who can help address, redress, and target our attention on those at the highest risk of shooting or being shot. Less than 0.5% of the city's population is caught up in 60 to 70% of the violence. So it is not rocket science to say that if I have one aching tooth, I don't pull all the teeth out of my mouth. I actually focus on that painful tooth and try to save it first. Somebody say amen, right? Amen. You don't just pull it out because it's hurt. You try to save it. And most of the time you can save it with some feelings. Somebody say amen, right? You know, all kinds of things. Well, I believe that the young black men and increasingly young black women and others in our communities can be saved. We must believe that as a people. We must believe that as leaders. We must believe that as elected officials. Just like others believe that their young people and families are not lost. And so that is, certainly my introductory comments. I do believe that we now have a clear strategy on how to reduce violence in our communities without growing the prison population, without depending on militarized policing. I see my homie, for years, Judith, she talked about she smiled because she got 5 weeks left before she retired. I was like, you ain't getting out of here that easy, girl. Touch your neighbor, right? But there are people that understand this work, and we ought to depend on the expertise in our communities and to not give way to this return to a tough on crime era that we know is a failed project and it is offering us a false solution.